ChattanoogaMen'sClinic.com.
Does it take more than one cycle to dry your laundry? Does it come out warm, but still damp? Don't wait all day to dry your clothes. A clogged dryer vent uses way more energy than a clean one. We'll save you money and work. Call Dryer Vent Wizard of Chattanooga today.
Welcome back. We have had our drink at the bar. Now it's time to eat. Lots of choices here at Cloudland Hotel, but the premier restaurant is Auld Alliance, and that's where we are headed. Gonna pop into the kitchen to see what Chef Dustin Willett is cooking up. Hey Dustin, what are you making?
Oh, hi. I'm making our country ham wrapped salmon. It's a beautiful Scottish salmon wrapped in Benton's country ham. We're going to pan roast it.
So you talk about this as if it's the everyday casual meal. Auld, as we have just told people, it's kind of the premier restaurant here on property, but everything at the hotel seems to be an effort to take elegance and make it comfortable. And that's what you're doing with this too.
Yes. So we've got the local flavors, the Tennessee ham, with the Scottish salmon, a lot of Scottish heritage in the area. Mm-hmm. So it's a nod to that. And the ham adds a nice salt content, roasts onto the fish really nicely. And, the combination of the pork and the salmon was really nice together.
So talk to me a little bit about the ham. Is that technically prosciutto? Is that what that is?
No, this is country ham.
It is country ham.
Yep. It's produced about 80 miles away from here.
Okay.
So,
I think I saw you seasoning it as I walked in to talk to you. What were you putting on it?
It's just a little bit of salt and pepper. The ham adds a pretty good salt content already, so you don't want to overdo the salt.
So salmon is always my go-to dish. It's my favorite on a menu. And yet, for people like me who will want to take advantage of it, you are known for so many other things that you created the menu, right, Dustin?
Yes, mostly it was a nice collaboration with some other chefs and cooks, and we're really excited about it.
So you're bringing out the Scottish element, obviously. There's a little bit of French here too, you were telling me.
That's right. The Auld Alliance is a Scottish and French themed restaurant. It's a lot of notes of both. There's a big Scottish heritage in the area with John McLemore and the history there. So it's just a really unique concept to the restaurant.
When we were talking earlier with Tyler at the bar, we were at the Crop, and he made me this great drink called Smoke on the Horizon. And I had mentioned to him that it was a great one for men and for women. So here at the restaurant at Auld, some things that I have noticed already is that, one, the atmosphere seems to really foster conversation. But you also seem to be being that great co-ed mix where there's something for the men out there, but the women too have got their taste.
Absolutely. And, I think just coming in, having the ambiance of the restaurant, smelling the wood fire, hearth grill, it's just it's an experience in its own.
I love for you that you're getting to come a little bit back to your roots. You have been in Louisville, but you're originally from Birmingham. So is it fun for you to come back south?
Yeah, it's very, very, very fun. I'll be a lot closer to family I have back there, and I've kind of come full circle at this point to making it back close to the area. So
what is it, while the salmon cooks, it doesn't take long. So while I've got you in the kitchen, what is it that you kind of bring to your job? What is your hope for your customers and the clients when they come here?
Hospitality, that everyone feels, and make everyone feel special, and enjoy the experience. Love the food and the drinks. Anything short of a phenomenal, food and beverage experience is not acceptable to me. It's got to be. We got to knock it out of the park.
Was there someone in your life that inspired you in the kitchen?
Probably my grandmother on my mom's side. She was always the cook of the family. So, I was always sneaking in her kitchen and, trying to taste things on the stove and, so that really got me interested in it.
Well, I am not the salmon connoisseur that I know you are, but it looks to me like that beauty is just about to be ready.
Oh, yeah, it's getting close.
Do you want to let it finish and we'll plate it up and go find a place to sit?
That sounds like a great idea.
Let's do it. Who would have thought it could go from that pan to this beautiful plating and be any better looking than it was in the kitchen? But this is spectacular.
Oh, thank you so much.
What have you done here?
So we've got the pan-roasted salmon with the Benton's country ham, some sautéed Swiss chard, colorful fingerling potatoes that have been roasted, and that's a tomato fennel coulis underneath. And the garnish on top is we take the raw stems from the Swiss chard. It's a rainbow chard, so they're very colorful. And we shave them really fine with a sharp knife, put them in a little ice water, and it causes them to curl up. Becomes a nice little raw vegetable edible garnish.
This is a plate full of flavor. And I'm sure it's intended to bring out all of the different things, because you had mentioned the saltiness of that ham, but then your tomato brings a sweet to
That's
it. Is
correct.
that right? Mm-hmm. And what did you call the tomato?
It's a tomato fennel coulis.
What is a coulis?
Coulis is like a fruit puree sauce. So, you know, a lot of times you hear like raspberry coulis or something like that on dessert,
Right.
but in this case we've done a more savory version with the tomatoes.
So, I mean, I could just sit here and never leave and enjoy this meal. Talk about, though, the different ways to dine when you are here at the Cloudland, because not everything is as fine dining as at the Auld Alliance.
That's right. We have a lot of great options. We've got the Croft, which is our it's a 3-meal-a-day restaurant. You can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You know, it's got a nice Highland kind of picnic theme to it. Very approachable, but also refined and a nice experience, upscale experience. We've got the Pocket Cafe, which is a coffee shop. Also has delicious breakfast sandwiches. Got a nice sausage wrapped in pastry, done really nicely, and you know, a lot of snacks and different drinks and any kind of coffee you could think of. And then we've got the Auld Alliance, which we're sitting in right now, which is our high caliber. You know, it's the restaurant has a Scottish French influenced cuisine, and you know, it kind of pulls on the Scottish heritage from the area.
Something that you find when you come into the Auld Alliance, the others as well, but this is the fine dining area. So I was kind of expecting, you know, tables for two and kind of hushed atmosphere. This is intended to be a place to come and be happy and converse. We're in a booth.
Right.
A lot of the seating areas are larger tables for groups, and I love that. It fosters conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. It's meant to bring people together and be approachable, but at the same time, really elevated.
Approachable, those are the two words for this place. I mean, we came in not knowing quite what to expect. You probably will as well when you choose to come here to stay. But you see everyone. You see retirees here. You see business people who are here for conferences and retreats. But you see a lot of families here. There are
Absolutely.
a lot of kids. And you made the comment to me that if the kids aren't happy, the parents aren't happy, so they have good food to choose from too.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. We've got some nice options for the kids. You know, of course, our locally made ice creams, artisan ice creams that we have in-house are always a big hit with the kiddos.
Of course, the idea would be to come and stay for an overnight experience, but people can make reservations for meals only. Is that right? If they're not staying at the hotel?
Yeah, you don't have to be a hotel guest to dine in the restaurants.
And when I walked in, there is I guess it's a refrigerated section to the right. What is that?
Those are dry agers. So we're dry aging our own meats. Right now we have some beef ribeye, prime ribeye, dry aging for 30 days. And we have a tomahawk pork rack. And we also have a single malt whiskey soaked beef strip loin that's dry aging.
So I know you made me the salmon, but before I let you go, do you have a favorite item on the menu? Is this your favorite?
This is up there. I would also, you know, for the Auld Alliance, the dry aged ribeye I think is exquisite. You know, the dry aging it really intensifies the flavor and the moisture and just makes it such a nice experience with the steak.
And just to prove that they are still basic and down to earth, you were also quick to point out to me that you have some really good ice cream on the property too, when you just got to have a little scoop. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Thank you for letting us into the kitchen.
It's been my pleasure.
It has been ours as well.
When weather is severe, local matters. Count on the Local 3 Storm Alert Team. Local accurate weather experience with you wherever you are. Count on Local 3 Chief Meteorologist David Carnes and the Storm Alert team.
Accident claims are about how much you keep. Out-of-town lawyers want up to 45% plus expenses. They'd be keeping more than me. Warren and Griffin never gets more. Cha-ching, 5 stars.
Call us at 265-HURT. That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you've never been to Eye Your Optical for your glasses, I have a question for you. Why not?
Eye Your Optical means family, great prices, the largest selection of